Good morning, my friends. We are packing it in at Disney World, throwing on my Mickey hat, sunglasses, but we are not going to Disney World today. We're going to Universal's Epic Universe, and unfortunately, Terese couldn't come with me today. We only have one ticket, and so I hope you stay with me and enjoy the journey as we go through the day at Epic, and so y'all come on, let's go. So I did get here about 9:30, which is an hour and a half before the preview opens. Park doesn't open till 11. So I got a little bit of time to kill, but I wanted to make sure I got here early enough. I know they're doing a virtual queue for the Ministry of Magic ride at Harry Potter. So I wanted to make sure I'm in for that. Hopefully try to get the first one of those when it opens at 10:45 or 11. And yeah, just to kind of maximize my time. Also, it took about 30 minutes to drive from Disney property here. So if you are there later on, once the park opens and you consider driving here for a day, just know that, you know, the I-4 traffic, it's only about 12 miles, but it does take about 30 minutes to get here, at least on this morning. There still is a lot of construction going on as they finish up the parking lots. I don't know if that's gonna be premium parking or what, but we're out and we're headed to the front of the park. And the gates are open. As you round the corner here, this is, I guess, where you merge with people who've ridden the bus here that are staying on Universal property. And there it is for the first time. This is so awesome. As we're fixing to walk through the first Kronos into Celestial Park. You see Helios, the big carousel, and I'm going to go and head to the left as I'm going to go to Dark Universe first. Celestial Suites right there. And unfortunately, this is a travel day for us. We have about a 9-hour drive home, so do not have early entry. And this is a travel day for us. So I'm not gonna be able to stay here all day till park closes at 9 o'clock. But I'm gonna get as much done as I can before we have to go back. All right, so you do have early entry for those that are staying on Universal Resort property. And that's what the line on the right's for right here, for them to get through. And I think they're going into, a lot of them are going into Super Nintendo World right here. I'm in the lines that did not stay on property for the regular guests, and we're corralled up right here just outside of it. Then we'll go to Dark Universe first, try to knock that out, get that out of the way. But it stops right outside the portal here on the left, Super Nintendo World. All right, so we just passed up Super Mario World. We are headed straight for Dark Universe. Get as many rides done as I can in the time that I have. The corral opened up about 5 minutes early to start letting people move towards the land they want to go to. And so here we go. So excited. And the portal really just sets the tone. And I'm going to enjoy the land a little bit more once we get out of the ride, but I'm going to try to ride the ride right off the bat. Hear the bells.
I promise you, Monsters is so high capacity.
Already queuing up the entrance here. I'm gonna be able to do single rider since I'm by myself today.
Yes. going to be to your left. Just tap on the screen. It'll take your photo and then it'll pop open, okay?
Awesome, thank you. All right, guys, so here I go. All right, so Monsters Unchained was absolutely awesome ride. Fortunately, I got stuck on it, but I was in a good position. It probably stayed down for 10 minutes. They did make it right. They did give us a pass to go straight to the front of a line on a ride, with the exception of a couple rides, one of them being Battle at the Ministry. And so we're going to walk around and just kind of explore the land and show you around a little bit. I think we're going to go ahead and go right over here also and ride the Curse the Werewolf attraction. And that way we knock out both big rides while we're here. It's a really cool view. Walking under the roller coasters, you walk up to it. It doesn't look like a long roller coaster, but interesting nonetheless. So I think they said the wait is about 20 minutes right now. One of the good things about this ride is there is plenty of shade and fans blowing, which hasn't been the case at all in some of the areas of the park, especially where we were waiting this morning. All right, so first of all, that ride doesn't require lockers. You can just kind of take your bag and everything, put it in there. It's a super fun ride. If you don't like spinning and going backwards, this ride's not going to be for you. I could ride it again. Obviously, we have other things to do. I have other things to do today, but it's definitely a fun little ride. And here's the entrance to it. I didn't get that when I came in.
On a cane, take a sip. Whoa, what's right? You wrote Igor? Well, no, I wouldn't remember this. Igor would remember you writing.
I think I got his quote on the back of my shirt.
Pull me up just a little bit more. Yes, you know why Igor's right there on the shirt?
I got Igor's quote on the back of my shirt. I made it myself.
You made me. I made you. Hello, I love you.
And then walking off the Curse the Werewolf, Igor comes through. Great interaction. I didn't get to interact with him, but very funny. Kind of humorous, so picking on people. And then of course here is the Burning Blade Tavern. Here's just a quick peek inside the tavern. It's not a very big place, but super cool hangouts, nice and cool. And there's no seating, it's pretty much just standing room only right now.
You take care of the children. Look, the grannies are a problem. They're witches. Okay, every granny I've ever met has been a witch. Bog witches are different than grannies. I don't know. Sweet people in rockers with canes, okay? They make great, like wool sweaters that are very helpful. Wolf sweaters? See? Wolf sweaters. Yeah, wolf sweaters. I mean, you make out of wolf. Good fur? Where does that leave you? Oh, skin. Skin. So sensitive. Oh. You know what? To get my pure of heart, to cleanse myself of my sins, and I get berated.
All right, so we have left Dark Universe. As soon as you come back through the portal or the exit, you come out and you get this massive fountain that's running, plenty of place just to kind of sit and relax right here. Just the height of the water and everything is amazing. And then when you get the breeze, you kind of get a mist from it. So it actually feels really good right now. Because the park didn't open until 11 o'clock, it's 12:48 right now, and so really only done one portal so far, land, which is Dark Universe, and so I'm gonna go ride Stardust Racers and then get me a bite to eat, and then see where we go from there. It says the wait times are 25 minutes, so hopefully that's accurate. Oh, I can't wait. Here's the entrance. I think it says it's still 25 minutes. Yep, right there. We're gonna check it out, see if it's accurate. It's 12:50, and have some fun. This may have been one of the things I've been looking forward to most. I've always loved roller coasters, and I do want to see how it compares to Velocicoaster, because I do love that one. But I just love the idea of the two roller coasters together, just kind of intertwining as they go. So let's go have some fun. Obviously, I will have to put everything, including the phone, in a locker, as they're calling right here. I'll show you that real quick. And so we'll get everything put up. All I can say is I rode it twice. I rode once on each side. They're both incredible. I don't know. I like it. Probably better than Velocicoaster. They're one and the same to me. They're different. They're unique in their own way, but both of those coasters, talking about Stardust Flyers and Velocicoaster, they're comparable and phenomenal ride. Super smooth. The launches are incredible. The G's are awesome, and it's just a lot of fun. So I just sat down at the Meteor Pub to eat some lunch. I ordered a burn-in sloppy joe. It's Astro Alba's. Pretty cool way to order here. You can come in, scan the QR code on the table. You'll notice it has a table number right there. You can order, tell them you're here with the mobile order, what table you're at, and they will bring it to you. I think as soon as I get done eating, I'm gonna go to probably back to Super Mario World, and then finish up with Berk and maybe walk through Ministry of Magic. It's also another hour and a half before we try to get to the virtual queue, but Battle at the Ministry's been closed all day today, so I'm not holding out a lot of hope that I get to ride that ride. It would be nice because it's probably what outside of the Stardust Racers I was looking most forward to. But yeah, it's man, this place, the Astropub the Meteor Pub is right next to Stardust Racers, so it's great to eat. Ride that ride a couple times, hop off of it, and go eat lunch. All right, and here's my lunch, which is a burn-in sloppy joe. Man, this thing actually looks delicious. I couldn't wait. I stole a fry already, and the fries are those big steak fries. Taste good, so I'm starving. Let's dig in. It's a little bit of a, well, not a little bit, it's gonna be a mess. So I don't know that it's able to pick up on it. It has those potato sticks on it as well. I would like some arugula or something. So probably gonna be better dealt with fork and knife. I'm gonna try just the meat first before I get into the bread. That's actually, the meat itself is really good. You actually can taste the brisket flavor and the smoke. There's a little bit of fattiness in that little piece I got. And it's a little more barbecue-y, a little less ketchup-y than some sloppy joes can tend to be. I'm trying not to knock this thing over. Well, let's dig in and get a big old bite here. It's a sandwich, but it's definitely going to be a fork and knife kind of food. Yep, just adding to the bun, the bread. The bun's okay. It does nothing special about the bun, but it does add to the meat. The meat is actually the star of this dish, and it's really good, and it's different. It's a unique take on a sloppy joe. It does taste kind of got that barbecue flavor to it. So really, really good. A+ on this in my book. And also while I eat, I just want to take a minute and say thank you to Dapper Destinations Travel. I don't talk about it a lot on this channel, but Terese and I are travel agents with Dapper Destinations Travel. Our page is WesAndTerese at Dapper Destinations Travel. I'll leave the email right here below. But I was able to receive a preview ticket today because of them. So great appreciation and shout out to Dapper Destinations Travel. Any interest in letting us or any of our Dapper Destinations travel agents plan your next vacation? We do all inclusives, we do Disney, we do cruises, we do Universal, of course, while we're here. And so we hope you enjoy that. And so those guys definitely deserve a shout out today as well. So thank you. All right, so there's the Meteor Astropub where I just ate. Right there is Stardust Racers. And I think we are fixing to head back across straight that way to Super Mario Land and check out what we can there. And then we'll finish up by walking through the Ministry of Magic and Paris, Isle of Berk, and maybe, just maybe, I can ride Stardust Racers one more time. And here we go. Bye-bye Celestial Park. Hello Super Nintendo World. Oh wow. Just like sensory overload, and I love it. So stinking much to see. The standby wait time for Mario Kart Bowser's Challenge is 15 minutes, so we're fixing to go hop on that. Hello. Awesome. That ride was something else. I'll have to describe that a little more later. But this is the merchandise store that you exit into. And it's almost kind of hard to find your way out of a little bit. There it is. If you want your Mario stuff, they have it here. All right, I'm heading down the steps to the first floor here of Super Mario Land. I don't know that I'm gonna ride Yoshi's Adventure, and as much as I would love to meet Mario and Luigi, the line for them looks quite long, as there's their meet and greet right there. And here's a look back up as you actually enter from right up there, was where I came in when I entered. And then there is the Toadstool Cafe. We may take a quick peek in here. As we wander towards the back of the country, there's another portal back here, and that is where you have Donkey Kong Country. And that's where we're about to head. was in Donkey Kong country, we'd go. Like I don't know, I just don't have a lot of words for it. You just walk in and it's almost like all these lands just leave you speechless. I can try my best to describe it, but anything I say really doesn't do anything justice. It's just incredible. So I just continue to show you parts of the land. And there's minecart madness. Around the corner it goes. And we're going to see how long the line is for that. It looks like it's 75 minutes right now. And I know that's the one Therese was most excited about riding. It's one she was really looking forward to. And I don't know that I have 75 minutes to waste. There's too many other things to do. So I may save that one for when we come back this summer and let her ride that, and we'll ride that for our first time together. So there is so much to do here in this land. I know this is the land Therese is most excited about. So I'm not gonna do too much more here. I'm gonna let her come explore it, and I want to explore that with her as well. So I'm about to head back out of Super Mario Land, and then I'm gonna head over to Isle of Berk. So I don't have a band, but I'm gonna see what happens when I hit these squares. Oh. Definitely gonna have to buy a band. And we enter the portal back to Celestial Park. I think the way to get in and out of these lands is just done so stinking well. Whew, sunshine. I'm going to head over to Isle of Berk, which is based on How to Train Your Dragon, which I've never seen and have to watch. And they have some rides over here that I definitely want to ride. The one thing I would say, and I can only assume it's going to grow into it over time, is the trees and the foliage and shrubs and things develop. But this is a hot park right now. It is a lot of asphalt or a lot of concrete, and the trees and things are just not fully grown yet. Like you look at these trees right here, like there's no shade crossing this bridge, and there's a lot of places that are like this where you can see in a few years where things are going to grow, going to get bigger, going to produce more shade. But right now, I would say this is an extremely hot theme park, and it's only late April. I can only imagine how hot it's going to be in July. Is that going to stop me from coming in July? Absolutely not, but just something to think about. And into Isle of Berk we go. This is Berk. And again, words just don't do it justice. You just kind of walk in, it opens up, and it just seems so big. There's this nice open area right here in the front as you walk in, just to kind of take it all in. And it looks absolutely fantastic. All right, well, there goes the train. I thought it was closed because the last train didn't have anybody on it, but that one does. I think that's my next ride. So we're fixing to go ride Dragon Racers Rally. It's 35 minutes. As you look back, you see some of it is out in the open and some of it is shaded. And like I said, once these trees grow, get their leaves and things like that, I feel like it'll be a more shaded area, but right now it's just not, at least not in all areas. It's going to make for hot times. All right, Hiccup's Wing Gliders were fun. It's one of the milder roller coasters here, but it was a good time. I really enjoyed it. We're gonna sneak through the gift shop here. Hello.
Have fun.
Thank you. Being on a little bit of a time crunch, I don't have time to go through all that stuff with you today. And this is such a great shot right here. You can just kind of see the coaster here. You can see Hiccup's wing gliders. You can see the Dragon racers right there. And you can also see Stardust racers off in the distance. So much going on. But alas, onward to Dragon Racers Rally. It says it's 35 minutes. And again, more fans and netting providing a little bit of shade. And then here's the instructions on how to dive, dive, dive. Push your wings forward and down to guide your racer into a dive. All right, I was gonna be honest with you, of all the things I've done today and all the things I've seen, that was the most disappointing thing. I'm glad that it only ended up taking me about 15 minutes to get on and off the ride. However, the ride, I think it went around twice, maybe 3 times. It was really hard to get the feeling down to try to barrel roll, and I never got that. And I really didn't see anybody else. And so the ride, I'm sure, lasted, it seemed like less than a minute. I'm not gonna lie, anything short of a walk-on, or I definitely wouldn't wait any longer than what I did for that ride right there. As great as this land is, I hope the line's not consistently 35 or 40 minutes to do that ride. If it is, I would tell you to pass it. It's not worth it unless it's just something your kids absolutely love and want to do. We're gonna wander around kind of the right side of the land here, as both of the roller coaster and Dragon Racers Rallies on the left right there. And it's hot, and I would think about doing this boat ride, but some of the people that I've heard seen come off of this thing are absolutely drenched. And I don't know that I want to get drenched today. However, I will take a peek over here and just see what's going on with it. Yeah, this is going to be a great time and a great ride this summer when it's super hot. It is warm today, but people are getting off this thing drenched, and I have to drive home in a little while. I don't feel like getting wet at this point, but it does look like a lot of fun. And then here's another dining restaurant here. And again, this is just another spot where you can scan the table. It's got the number, you can order right here, they'll bring you your food. So everything here is hand carved, and just such a well-themed place to eat. All the artwork on the wall and everything, the big, I don't even know what you call those things. Statues, I guess, duh. And we're gonna go back, because if you go through the big arch, they kind of have a bar and tavern thing there here as well, which is where you would order. It's the mead hall. Hello. All right, we're fixing to make our way a little further to the right. To the right of the entry, that is. Coke refill station if you have your refillable mug. And what's crazy about Isle of Berk, as I kind of begin to explore it, is that when you enter, it looks big, but it doesn't look like there's a lot of places to go. And as you start walking, you realize it's bigger than it looks, really. I don't know if that makes sense or not, but the untrainable dragon and the meet and greet entrance is this way. All right, so like I said, not gonna get to meet Hiccup today. I think that my time in Isle of Berk is kind of coming to an end. I'm gonna go run and check out Paris and the Ministry of Magic. However, Did not get a virtual queue. Plus it's been closed all day long anyway. So I don't know that I got to do that. That's the one thing that I was looking to do or hoping to do that I haven't got to do today. So I think I'm gonna go take a quick look around there. Before I do, there are dragons all over the place. Some sleeping, some awake. For dreams we enter, a world that is entirely our own.
I got all the other ones.
And this was the land that I definitely was most excited for. This and Dark Universe. And just like that, we are in 1920s Paris. Holy smokes. Like, this is big. And there's the massive Phoenix at the top of the arch on the other side. You got kids playing with their next generation of wands. And really just walking through and taking it in. Don't have a whole heck of a lot to say, other than just really just being in awe of the level of detail and theming of it all. Of course, they have their butterbeer cart. Bonjour. The restaurant here in Paris. I love the music that goes along with it as well. Just kind of got that jazz and saxophone sound. And this is the attraction entrance, but it looks as though it is open, maybe. They're just, and so even though we don't have a virtual queue, we're not going to be able to ride. It did open up, and I wasn't able to get one at 3 o'clock. They are allowing you to go through the flue and the atrium. Hello. Oh, thank you so much. Yes, sir. Thank you. So he said the smoke effect is not working to go through the flue this morning or this afternoon. And then here we are. This queue is truly massive as you enter the Ministry of Magic. And once you get through the flue, you're in the Ministry of Magic, and you can basically just kind of walk around. So much detail in all this stuff, and like every floor has a fan going, it's got a typewriter. You can just imagine this being an actual, like a working place. But they weren't lying. They say basically this queue is an attraction to itself. Even the ceiling, I just noticed, but unfortunately, no ride for me today. And back through the flu. Therese loves a good show, and so I'm not going to watch that without her. Like, I'm really just enjoying the vibe of Paris. I feel like one of the cool things about this land is, like, even if you're not familiar with Harry Potter, like, I feel like you could enjoy this land for what it is, as being like 1920s Paris.
Wow, bonjour, good to see you all. Hello. Hi.
Hello.
This is beautiful. Yeah. What is that noise? Excuse me, do you have a moon cap in your bag? A moon cap? No, those only come out at night. That wouldn't make sense. Oh, it sounds like a jazzy rhythm. Hoo, I know what, or should I say hooty. Our jazz loving upskin. Almost as thick as pop. Poolside. Hello, come on. Two, trois. Hello. Great idea, bro. Music box. Drop us some hot jazz. Some music box always plays tricks on us. Come on. Jam us some jazz!
Unfortunately, my time is coming to an end as we have to make the trek back home. I got to go pick up Therese, so it's been an awesome day. This is definitely, and I can imagine when it opens and the lines get even longer, it's definitely going to be a 2-day park, maybe even a 3, to get to do everything and see everything. And it's more than just riding rides. That's my favorite part, but you really can appreciate the level of detail, really not just in this land, but in all of them, and just kind of take in all the details. And you don't get to do that when you're just flying through, riding rides. So anyway, that's going to about wrap it up for today. I'm gonna go hop on maybe one more ride, something I've already done, and then call it a day. Whew, all right. I just got done riding that 2 more times. The ride lines have been short at the previews. It's one of the things that's been running most of the day today. I rode the yellow and the green. I think I like the green a little bit better. I don't really have a great reason why. But yeah, it's a whole lot of fun. And in a way, I'm glad I didn't get to do everything. That way, when Therese comes and once the park opens, she'll be able to experience some of these things with me as well, and we can experience some things for the first time. And I got to do some things like ride the roller coaster that she won't be able to do because of motion sickness and things of that nature. But I had a great time, and if you followed along and you're still with me and you enjoyed the video, please consider liking the video, and it would mean the world to us if you consider subscribing to the channel as well and help us more than you know, and to help our small channel grow. So you have a great day, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye. We're going to Disney. Unfortunately, Therese can't come with me today. I only had one ticket, but let's get going. And if you have any interest in planning your next event,